Let's do it.
Did you already intro music?
Play the intro music in 3, 2, 1.
Hear ye, make way for the Kingz. The Kingz are here.
You think the bitches are great because you're fucking seasonal, nigga. You can't be seasonal. Niggas got this shit 24 hours a day.
If my phone was charging up, I'd always die.
I know, that's why I'm sideways, because I get to charge my phone.
Yeah, that's
Love
true.
it.
You're
Quiet.
listening to the Kingz Podcast with your hosts, Karizmatik, Irish O'Neal,
Tom
Johnny
Posey.
Moush.
Oh, you might see me fucking naked over here.
Oh, shit. Welcome to the Kingz Podcast, motherfuckers.
Hey.
I'm
Oh,
your
shit.
host,
What's
Irish
up?
O'Neal.
Oh, we don't have Karizmatik today, but shout out to him. I'm Ani Moush.
Dirty Dom.
Yeah, we got a producer, Dirty Dom, sitting in on third mic today, hosting. And we have the lovely Casey Durkin here with us.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks
What
for
up?
having me.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you for being
joining
on.
us.
Of course.
We're alive.
So this is the Kingz Podcast. Here we go over, it's the relationship podcast. Mainly, we're coming from the perspective of males because I don't know. When we started out with this, we were like, there's a lot of podcasts that come from the female perspective in terms of relationships. I always recommend Guys We Fucked and stuff like that. It's great if you want that. That's great. But we're here to give the male perspective because we believe in the King system here, and the King system
That's it.
simply
We
put.
can only
Simply put, is
say what we know.
the king. If the king's running it, the king. The king. You know what I mean? If
We'll go through our three
we'll go through our
principles
three
in a
principles.
minute.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes,
guys.
let me hear them.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
let's-
Calm down. We're not going anywhere.
I'm fucking all
We're in a
charged. I'm all
quarantine,
charged
but
up. All
we're-
right.
We've been quarantined.
Yeah, we're going stir crazy. It's other
Science
people. I'm
talks
getting
people.
excited.
I know you get all excited when you see your friends, man. I'm like fucking.
Ew, we're not
You're
friends.
like a
I don't
Jack
have
Russell
friends.
Terrier running around the inside of a car, like not knowing where to go, just yipping and fucking going in circles.
Yeah,
I
welcome
know.
to our clown car.
Karizmatik's not here today, so I've got to be the person with an overabundance of energy. I'm trying to bring it. All right.
Bring it
You know
in,
what?
bro.
Let's get into plugs. Let's get those out of the way so we can dive right
Get into
into all the
plugs.
juiciness.
Yeah, plug.
Ani Moush, what do you got to plug?
Ani_Moush on Instagram. I got laid off last week because of coronavirus. So hit up my Etsy page. Hit me up for artwork. It's by Moush on Etsy and by_Moush on Instagram. Doing a lot of custom stuff. That's mostly what I do anyways. I just have some examples up on my Etsy page. But hit me up if you want to collaborate on something or work on something together, or if you want to pay me to do something that's not weird.
Oh yeah.
That's not on OnlyFans.
Weird is a very
I
broad
heard
term.
girls are eating naked on OnlyFans too. It's not just for
Hey, I'll
art.
show my feet.
Dirty-
I just painted the toenails, so
There you
ready
go.
to
There
go.
you go, fresh coat. Dom, what do you got to plug?
I got nothing to plug right now. I'm editing some stuff for my YouTube page, Dirty Dom Comedy on YouTube. But other than that, I got nothing going on, Jack. You can find me in the fifth dimension tripping on DMT and mushrooms and acid sometimes. But other than that, I'm just fucking.
What's your Instagram, buddy?
I got my Instagram's. I think it's Dirty Dom _comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know, man.
Yep. Oh, you nailed it, dog.
You guys
You don't
know.
This kid is a publicist.
I know you guys fucking Instagrams. I don't know mine.
Get it together. You're slipping, dog. You're slipping. You're going back into training.
I know. I gotta get back into training again.
Casey, what do you got to plug?
I'm on Instagram at Lurkin Durkin, Lurkin, Lurkin Durkin, Durkin, my last name, and I'm on Twitter. Most recently, that's my medium for comedy now. It's at DurkyPerk30, as in Turkish. I know you know that, Dom.
No, is it blue with an M on it or a V? Is it an M or a V?
It's a Perk 30. PRT.
Yeah, I know. Perk 30s are either M's or V's.
It's just a name on Twitter. It's not an actual film.
I get it. Believe me, I get it. My nose understands.
Irish, what do you got to plug?
Well, first let me plug guys. You can follow Karizmatik at Karizmatik_me. Go on YouTube, follow Kingz Comedy page, follow Karizmatik Comedy on YouTube. Also, check out all the projects he's got going on. Otherwise,
Shout out Karizmatik.
Yeah, shout out to Karizmatik.
Karizmatik.
And guys, you can follow me Instagram and Twitter. It's Irish O'Neil. Follow me there. Check out the STC podcast, Shit Talking Cunts. We go live every Sunday. We got a lot of great guests coming up, dude.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Dom, I gotta tell you about some of the guests we got coming up soon, dude.
Dude, I can't wait,
Boys,
man.
dude,
I
we're about
can't
to.
wait.
Oh, dog, May's gonna be a good month. Let's put it that way.
Hope so.
Guys, you can
That's
also
great.
you can also check out my bands, Danesleaf at danesleaf.bandcamp.com. Get our album Fading Leaves, and also excuse me, Corona. You can find my other band Dragonfire. We have an album, The Long Night, we just put out that's on Spotify and a bunch of other platforms. So check that shit out. And otherwise, you can find me lurking and getting in arguments with nobody. So that's it.
I see you out there. Brother. In the trenches. I see you in the trenches.
You're all in the trenches now.
You find Defilade.
I'm like Conor McGregor. I come in and I make people relevant.
You do, man. You really do. Honestly, you come in and you bless people.
Anyways, do me a favor while I start. Will you grab that little piece of paper out of the book over there for me? Guys, as we always start the show, we start with our 3 principles. Don't worry, we'll do that 100 more times. The 3 principles, these are the 3 principles we preach. They're part of the king mentality you need to get these ladies. First and foremost, confidence. You have to have confidence. You have
Definitely.
to, yeah. I liken it to a salesman, right? Like if you're trying to sell someone something, if you do like you're just like, yeah, like if I'm like this beer, yeah, it's liquidy.
It's okay.
Like you're like, okay, great. Now if I'm like, the crispness of a red stripe, it really like they scientific. If I just give you like a spiel where it sounds like I give a fuck about this product, you're more likely to buy it. So you have to, if you don't want to buy it, why would they want to buy it? So it's
As Charismatic says,
Yep.
if you don't want to fuck you, who gonna want to fuck you?
exactly.
Ain't nobody gonna want to fuck you if you don't want to fuck you.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
I was like one of my favorite Arnold line ever is he's like, I wish he's like, you should go clone yourself, and the guy's like, why? He's like, so you can go fuck
You
yourself.
go fuck you. Total recall.
That's great.
Total fucking recall. Our second principle, Dom, you want to take this one?
Social.
Nope.
Oh, honesty.
No, honesty.
That one,
Honesty.
yeah.
I had it written. Honesty. Just be honest. Just don't have anything to hide. Like if you meet somebody and you just are looking to get in that ass, like Karizmatik just wants like the main course to be an asshole, and vagina is the side dish. Just be honest about that up front, so that way you attract like-minded people. But don't, if you just want to
Honest
sling.
at all costs.
Yeah, honesty at all costs is what we always say, and that's the reality of it, guys. Because I see so many relationships where there's things. You even see a big common thing I saw in recent years was where people would start doing like, oh, well, now we're in an open relationship. But you could really if you really looked at this at a person's relationship, you'd be like, this seems like it's more. One of you is on the way out, and you're kind of like you're holding on to one vine while you're trying to search for that other one to like hold on to before you let go of the other one, kind of thing. And it's like
There's always
not
one
what's up.
who wants the other one more.
Yeah,
in
and
an open.
and just be
Yeah,
honest.
that never works.
Yeah, you've
girls will go with it just to stay that guy if they like him and they're doing something. No girl wants that. Honestly, I don't know any girl that.
Well, I know plenty
like
that do, but it's a lot of them.
They really just want to be with the guy.
No,
Though. They'll do anything to be with them.
This is the constant struggle. Is one of them always wants to be the main bitch, and so it's this constant battle of like one has to understand there's different roles in an army. There's different belt levels in a karate class.
You think the mafia is just all willy-nilly? No, there's a boss and a godfather and a fucking capo.
There's a hierarchy.
And a guma.
And when people try to go out of their hierarchy without getting naturally elevated to a new level of hierarchy, then shit gets fucked up. Our third principle,
Our third principle is social intelligence. So basically what we mean by this is just have something to say, be interesting, have a hobby. When you're approaching someone, anyone, male, female, doesn't matter. Just have something to say when you're approaching them. Have something that you're interested in that you can share with someone else, or like talk about is really what I mean. But yeah, social intelligence is super important in so many aspects of life. So make sure that you got that locked down.
Facts.
Yeah.
So
This was
You're gonna have
great
something
principles.
going on.
I agree with every one of them.
Awesome.
oh yeah.
That was my next question. Casey, what do you think?
Those are it. I mean, definitely believing in yourself, having confidence in a man. I think having honor in what you do, what you say. I definitely think that's attracting the right people if you follow that.
Mm-hmm.
Having honor and conviction in things that you do, everything that you do, and that will breed respect. And for me, that's what I am attracted to, is someone who has respect in the community, someone who has respect of themselves. And yeah, that's what I think is sexy. But yeah, confidence for sure. Like you said, that's your number one. Because
Now,
if you ain't gonna fuck you, who will?
Yeah.
I love that. That's the thing.
so who typically, in your experiences with dating, like who typically leads the relationship? Do you try to lead it? Do you try and look for a guy that will lead the relationship, but you find that you
See, I'm
can't
old
find
school.
one?
I like the guy to lead it. I don't want to be a boss bitch. I don't want to be that girl. I'm like the, there's the alpha male.
You don't want to have to be
I
their
don't-
fucking
I'm the-
mama.
I'm the beta. I love to, I want to just have the old fashioned role where I take care of the man. I'm that role. I'm that girl. And there was a time that I thought I had to be this boss bitch, like guys want a tough girl. Like that's not inherently me, and that's not who I am.
That's also not
And-
what we want, really. Like,
Good, but
like
with
we-
you, that phase of like I'm a boss bitch. I make, I'm
like
not.
like
Yeah,
we don't
right,
want to we don't
either.
like we definitely don't like a helpless girl or like
Right.
but
Like I can take care of myself, but I'm not going to be the executive of a Fortune 500 company.
And
And
if
it's
you
not just
are,
wearing a
that's
blazer.
also
And
fine. But like knowing that if you're that person and you're in a relationship like that, like you have to understand each other, and like there are certain levels like that too. But generally, like we're talking about like the king queen mentality,
Yeah.
like Irish
I
said too.
love the king queen mentality.
Well,
I mean,
and-
I'm not a queen unless I have a king, but these guys want me to do too much.
well,
I'm
and that's
gonna be-
that's the thing about the king queen system, right? Is it's like a king could go out and just marry a bum lady off the street, right? A nobody, and she's just instantly elevated to the status. No, but literally, like you could find a king could marry a homeless chick on the street instantly. She becomes the queen, highest status you can reach. Now a queen goes
love
out,
this.
marries a bum guy off the street. What is he? He's not the king. He's the queen's husband. A queen running it does not naturally elevate a man to his highest place in life. A guy, when he's running it, helps elevate because he's bringing us both up together.
And I just want to point out too, because a lot of the times when we like explain this on the podcast, the feedback that we get is that like we're talking down towards women. That's not what we're doing at all. It's
No,
there's
that's
certain-
ego. That's ego. It's an emotional reaction
We're
to what
not
I'm
saying
saying.
that women aren't capable of X, Y, and Z, or even
Correct.
that men aren't capable of X, Y, and Z. It's just that these are the like roles that we are describing and what we have found to
We
be
generalize.
successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're generalizing.
Because and we have to generalize because it's it's like there's millions of motherfuckers on this planet. There's stereotypes exist for a reason, and also when you take a poll, you don't survey every motherfucker on the planet. You take a healthy serving size, and these are all drawn from my experiences, Dom's experiences.
Yeah.
We talk to you guys and guests get your experiences,
Yep.
Karizmatik's
The
experiences,
majority
and you start
The
drawing
majority
together.
of the world is a breeder, fucking like hetero, like male, female. That's how the species perpetuates. man. That's what-
Exactly.
you
The
know what I mean?
feminists
Like, this-
fuck it up for all of us. Is what's happening.
Granted, there's a
You
lot
can
of
be a
this
feminist,
stuff
just
going
don't
on.
be an asshole.
and a
That's
lot
all.
of
Don't be a
that
yeah.
stuff
Don't be an
going on.
asshole. I did go through this phase where
mean-
I wanted to be with like the boss guy, like that typical kind of boss Italian guy. But in my experience,
Hey.
those kind of guys just want to be with a woman that shuts the fuck up and keeps to her own. And that's not me. So the kind of guys I'm attracted to is not the kind of guy that can deal with me.
Well,
Because I can get lippy. I do say my opinion. So I'm still looking for that kind of a give and take. He's
Yeah,
a boss, but I can,
You're a little
Sometimes
spitfire.
you
sit around.
fuck it up.
Yeah, Casey's a little spitfire. She's a lot. She's down, but she's gonna fight a
Which
little
is
bit.
fucking
A little
fantastic.
bit.
I love it.
But that's the thing.
Take me
That's
to the boss.
that's natural because it's natural for a woman to constantly be testing the man that they're with because they want to make sure that you haven't become a pussy. You're still running it. You're still.
Yes,
I don't have to worry that about my safety and security at any point. So that they feel that then they have to start looking for other people because you've become too much of a pussy motherfucker.
Yes.
I was thinking
Another
about
pussy
the other
trait
day that,
is
like,
when they
we're
talk.
lucky to have be in a society where like playing like running game and like flirting and dating and shit is like allowed because there's like places in this country where like
True.
you're born and somebody gave like your grandfather a fucking animal and you have one person that you can fuck with for the rest of your life, and you got no choice. Like, at least we can
You're right.
swing dick and pimp game. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I do. I think I hate about my biggest turnoff is when they talk a lot of shit like a woman. Like, with guys that gossip, I think is the biggest turnoff, and the biggest sign of a pussy is when a guy is talking more shit than the girls. Or I've noticed that a lot of guys talk more shit than girls.
Guys
Or
love
even-
to talk shit. Are you kidding?
Well,
They
I mean,
love to
no,
talk
He
shit.
has
They
a
talk so
podcast
much
called
shit.
Shit Talking Cunts.
Look behind you, dude.
I'll tell you what it is.
Look
I'll
at
tell you what it
that
is.
dude right there.
It's
Oh wait, we're on a podcast right now, all talking shit.
well, here's what it is, right? It's a twofold problem because it's like one, it's like we live in a society. We can't just start right because there's this romantic idea of how it used to go with our parents in like the 80s, right? Where it's like, oh, Dom and I are at a bar. He bumps into me, spills a drink on me. We have a disagreement. We go outside. We get into a fist fight. Dom knocks me the fuck down on the ground. He's like, you had enough? I'm like, yeah. He picks me up. We go inside, have a beer, and it's squash. No cops come, nothing like that's not a reality that happens anymore because there's so many fucking beta guys that all they feel comfortable doing is talking shit. They don't feel comfortable they've never been hit. That's the thing because
here's the thing. If you
that's the thing.
extrapolate that and you put them into real life, approaching somebody in a bar, like they would never last.
We'll never.
what I mean?
people
And
that usually people that talk a lot of shit more often than not and don't use this as a
Don't go out like that.
thing, but like because it can change. But like for example, like when I used to do jujitsu and stuff, you go in there and these people fucking are just murderers. Nicest people. No one in there is arrogant or cocky. Everyone's just like, hey, good morning. Like very nice to see you. Like
Those are the
everyone's just like
nicest people you'll
so
ever meet.
polite. And then it's like go. And then even while they're choking you out and stuff, it's like they'll have choked you out and they'll wake you up and they're like, hey, so like listen, you were doing this wrong. If you do, they're just like so nice. It's so uncomfortable having this like person where you go, this person can make me suck my own
respect.
dick. But
That's
like,
that's
and
respect
they
at
never
its basic
instigate
level.
fights. Those kind of people. That's why it's really more the quiet people you have to worry about. But because I think that guys can't just physically have it out anymore without the threat of cops, or because people like will call cops and shit like that, then I think all they can do now is talk shit.
I think also.
Yeah, I think you're right, Irish.
I find a lot too that like a lot of guys nowadays that like talk shit online to like I don't know.
Would never do this to a person's face because like that's the thing too is like
Never.
what happens is a lot of those kind of dudes talk shit online, but when they see each other in public, like they stay on opposite sides of the room. No, they kind of maybe shoot dirty looks, but no one says anything.
Yeah, but they're also
Dom,
Yeah, they're all
Dom,
pussies.
me, or Karizmatik is the kind of person that will, if I have
will
a
say,
problem
if
with
they
you and I
see
see
you
you,
guys
I'll
do
walk
this.
up on you and like I'm gonna be like, so what's fucking good? As Sean Bennett
There's
once
been a
famously
couple
said.
times.
You guys remember we had Sean
There's been
Bennett
a
on the
couple
Kingz
times.
Podcast, dude, and yeah, I've almost seen Dom get in some fucking fights. It's tremendous, fucking
A couple
tremendous.
times.
I've seen them get in fight. You guys are the real deal like that. And there's so many people behind the computers now. We've lost a
Some
real
fucking-
man.
It's because you know what it is? It's so easy to not be a cunt. And I realize the irony of me saying that, but it's like for me to not like you kind of have to go out of your way to be a cunt to me. Like I'm really hard. Like if you believe it or not, like everyone that's friends, they're like, I don't what? Like people are like Joe Irish is an asshole, this and that, and then people that know me are like, I mean like kind of, and not really. It's like
Dude, you
yeah,
get
no, it's like
so
maybe I'm just
much
an asshole. to you.
unnecessary hate. I don't get it.
What'd you say, Dom? Say that again.
So fucking crazy, man.
Maybe because you speak so much truth, you become a mirror of their own selves, and they don't like that.
Well,
I saw
these type of
Casey
guys are like the
literally
same
get
type of
hated
guys
on
that would hit
from-
up a girl and be like, dude, send me your tits. Like, but would never fucking say that in real life.
Never in a million years.
You know what I
There
mean?
was
Like, would never know how to approach a female in public. And, like, that's why we have this podcast.
Yeah.
So that we
Right.
can talk about it. Bringing it back, everybody.
Yeah. Fuck
Bring it back old school.
Yeah. So Casey, like
Right, Ani.
run us through some of your dating history, like how you got to this mentality you're at now. Like I assume
You mean
didn't-
living in my parents' house?
Yeah.
Not married, no
Well,
kids?
even like you know, were you
Let me
dating
tell you how to
like
get here.
yeah? When were you
So what
first dating back in
happened
high
was,
school and stuff like that up till now? Like run us through your journey.
My journey. So I was in Los Angeles. I went to design school, and I met some guys in Los Angeles, but they're pussy little faggot guys out there. Like you have no idea. Like it's oh, can I say? Oh, great. Now we're all fired.
Canceled.
Wait, you can't fire us. What are we talking about? So yeah, these
We're not
guys
going to
are
cancel
like,
you. It's okay.
I'll cancel myself if I can't say that. So
canceled.
So yeah, so I was with some of these guys that, they were great guys, but can I take them home to my dad? My dad's like a real man, like you're talking about old school, where, we have guns here.
Like
we're not fucking around. We're old school.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't wear these skinny jeans around my dad, bro. Like, it's not going to work out. So I've just been searching for the combination of a guy that I vibe with, but I could also take home to my dad. Mm-hmm. And I recently found one. He's like an Italian guy he's from Brockton. He lives in Dorchester. He's a really cool guy. I was with him for 3 years. We broke up because I want to get married and have kids, and he doesn't want to. He already had kids. He already was married, and I really want that. Mm-hmm. And before that, I was with a nice, proper English guy from London. He was one of my loves, but again, he was a little older than me, and he didn't want to have kids. Mm-hmm. Or maybe he just wasn't right. So now I'm searching for the perfect balance of a spiritual man, someone a little bit of street, but I'm realizing at my age, I don't the street. I don't want the street guy anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't be a thug anymore. I just don't want a thug. So there's like that sexy, but it comes with, I need intelligence.
I don't want a thug anymore, she says in her glamorous ass coat.
For some reason, I straight up, as you said that, the music video of Soldier by Destiny's Child with Lil Wayne just started playing in my head.
I can't do it no more.
But then they they're like, can you pay my bills? Like the next song that they came out with. I forget which one.
Yeah,
I think Donald
just
Glover
can't
has
thug
a whole
anymore.
thing about
Body mocked up like the subway in Harlem. Call him. Easy F baby.
Yeah.
So now I'm single. I just want a baby. Honestly, like you said, the hierarchy, the king and the queen. That's all I've ever wanted. All I've ever wanted is to be a wife, a mother, and I really need that in my life, and that would make me happy. It wouldn't make me, oh, you're not a boss bitch. You're not, you're not about women like having a career. No, I really just want to take care of babies and have a husband and take care of them and make him be the king. So let me
ask you, with that in mind, and also looking in the past, how have you met some of your exes? How are you trying to meet people now?
Yeah, did they approach you?
Now, how I don't know.
Well, not in the quarantine, but pre-quarantine.
Back before the quarantine.
Back before.
I'm going to die in my parents' house now, because how am I going to meet a guy? The kind of guy I want is not going to be meeting me online.
Yeah, Casey's like, until they can make a vibrator that can impregnate me, I'm kind of fucked right now.
I'm so fucked. I want to freeze my eggs. In my early 30s, I want to freeze my eggs. I want to have babies. So
dude,
I'm going to do it. Hey, so then no one can ever say, go fuck myself, because I'm going to fuck
they're off the
myself.
fucking chain.
Huh?
I've been eating organic eggs lately, straight from a chicken's vagina, and they're... Just saying.
Different eggs.
That's not what I was.
Eggs, but you got me hungry talking about eggs. My bad.
We just did your.
But
how about you,
continue,
Ani? What about you? Are you in a relationship?
I wasn't expecting to be asked this question.
Oh, I'm putting on your blast. You're like, yeah, I got 5 people talking to me. My bad. Let's not go there.
No, it's okay. It's okay, because I've already said it on social media. Yes, I'm in a relationship now, but prior.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So at least you got one before we can't meet anybody again.
Yes. Fairly new though, so we'll see.
I bet you're getting to know each other real well doing this.
Quite well.
A little too well?
Too close for comfort.
You guys know everything about each other.
No, I hope not.
What's his Nick like? Is he handsome? Does he do comedy? What's up?
Lady.
I hate you.
What? Yeah, I don't like you either, bitch. I asked you a question.
Irish, you have a girl?
Yeah.
Let's just not tell. You guys asking me questions.
I got
put everyone on blast. I'm just gonna.
Hey, I'm at the
I got a bitch I'm fucking with right now.
Right now. If you want to deter if you want to deflect, Ani, you can deflect.
Oh, after that comment that you just made.
Yeah.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna meet someone if no one's in a relationship? How the fuck are we gonna meet? This could go on for years.
It's
just to make you feel better, Ani.
Well,
get this. So my neighbor, she's getting married in Washington D.C. And the venue funded her, or they're paying for her wedding. Well, not paying for it, whatever. She has a credit to have her wedding the same date next year.
Oh, shit.
So even if we did meet someone and get married, we can't have a venue for 2 years now. Because everyone that had the venue this spring, they're automatically scheduled next spring. So we're talking 2023, we could have a wedding.
Good.
Well, good.
Then
you should dates if you're gonna get fucking married, which I don't think you should. you should fucking at least wait for 2 years or so before
Yeah.
you like.
Irish on
How many
fast
weddings do you
fashion,
think are
so-
gonna get the kibosh in 2 years? People will realize, like, holy shit, what the fuck am I doing? And
Oh, yeah.
that's probably a good thing, man.
The
This whole thing
venues,
is a
like,
good.
These venues are probably like, yo, let's just gamble this real quick. Let's see if they stay together. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe they'll drive each other crazy in the quarantine.
Well, I mean,
For their wedding.
the reason I brought it up is because I met somebody before this whole thing, like,
Same.
disease happened, and, like, we've tracked, like, we know where each other are. So it's not like a fucking risk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's.
Except that you have to
quarantine
kill her now
hoes.
because she knows everything about you.
Yeah, God bless quarantine
Well-
hoes. Let's just get that out there.
Quarantine couples, man. Get it? Quarantine couples.
He said quarantine.
Quarantine couples, dude. Fucking, you know, COVID
Wow, Don
fucking.
Panzini's going soft. You see how he edited it for me calling
Wow.
it? I said quarantine hoes, and he's like, yes, quarantine couples. Wow. She got you
Yeah,
pussy whipped over there,
quarantine
Dom.
people.
She got Dom clean shaven. He's wearing a clean shirt. He's
That's
editing.
what's different about your face.
He edited hoe to couple.
Right?
He's
My
not wearing a
God.
bandana.
Hey, you're gonna have to change it to just Dom_comedy. I don't know if you're dirty Dom.
Yeah, you can't be.
You're slipping,
You gotta
dog.
give it up.
I know, right?
I'm slipping, dude. I'm slipping.
I might have to relinquish one of my drops to you.
I'm prettier than this man.
Irish, you cunt. Irish, you cunt. Oh, man. Hey, honestly, you're a lot happier when you're around someone because, like, when you have human interaction,
Around.
you get oxytocin, man. Like, we're comedians. We're used to being, like, out all the time, like, doing either mics or doing something
Can I be honest?
comedy
I've
related.
just been playing video games, and I'm perfectly fine.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, but
I'm so
you
happy right
can-
now. I'm not talking to anyone.
I don't have any obligations. It's kind
It's
of nice.
tremendous, dude. I don't like.
But you have a whole community of friends on, you know what I mean? You know that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
this
mean-
is, when do you guys think we're gonna be back? Like when do you predict we'll be back on a stage and people will be there?
September, if not next year.
Fuck.
I'm gonna say summertime.
That's what I think.
Fuck, man. Yeah, LA. The mayor of LA was saying not till another year will he have live events possibility.
Wow.
Another year.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's insane.
Dude, I wouldn't feel comfortable going out this summer, like going to the beach and shit with people sweating and fucking,
No, dog.
you know what I mean? It's
But I mean,
Do
that's
you
Until
guys
there's,
have
like,
any
hey-
video clips of your stand-up that you can put out right now? Like, are you thinking about doing that? Do you have a good? I have shit footage. I have the
it's
shit.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
because-
it's just shit. Yeah.
I mean,
because
shit.
we're idiots and none of
We
us,
didn't-
we'd always be like, oh, we should record each other's
Yeah,
sets.
or,
And
you know,
once in
next
a
week
while we
we'll-
would, but not all
I've got
the
some
time.
pretty good comedy studio tapes.
No, you do.
I got my crowd.
Yeah,
work
you
set.
do.
Well, you should release
You
them,
do.
man.
We
Yeah,
each have,
I guess I should.
I've been at the studio one of your last shows before this happened, and you have some. If you can get that footage, that's some killer footage, for sure.
I think I have
that's
the one
night
from
you're
that.
talking about.
Yeah, I've got that one, and then the night I did the crowd work up front.
Oh, I wasn't there that night. How about you,
Yeah.
Ani? Do you have some good footage that you could put
I
out?
think that's like
Paramore.
spectacular. I have like a couple that I found the other day, but it's like nothing that I'm like really excited to put out there, though. You know.
Yeah, same with me. But is it the point where like we just need to put it out? Is it's better than nothing?
I guess. I mean,
I think
I've
holding
been
on
thinking
to
that,
it
like-
now is the best thing to do because everybody is hitting the pause button as far as like, I mean, the best thing that you could really do is try to make content at home.
and right.
Like,
And look like a tool?
And
No,
work,
thanks.
no,
I
but
can't, I
definitely
can't.
right. Or
I
at
feel like a
least
fucking
workshop.
clown if I do that shit.
what,
Do you
writing?
guys do like comedy video? I don't know what to do. Like,
Here's my thing.
I'm just not funny.
I said this on the Mitzi when Mitzi was on last week. It's like any of the like virtual mics, like I appreciate what they're trying to do, but it's just
For
like,
sure.
I don't want any part of that because
I
to me
can't.
comedy just doesn't work without a physical
Doesn't.
audience there looking
No
me in the
way.
face.
It makes me cringe, dude. It makes me fucking cringe.
And it's nothing against the people trying to run them. Again, I totally
no,
get
it's
what
already
they're trying
hard
to
enough
do.
to.
Just not
Mhm.
something I want to do.
Like, I
Definitely.
like
Plus, you're doing it in
watching.
front of comedians. They're the hardest ones to make laugh too. So you're making it like double hard.
Well,
you
you're
know?
not
It's
you're not hearing the like the signal. to pause or wait or whatever, and like sure in your mind you can kind of like time it out, but like not knowing if it's
There's no way.
working doesn't.
Yeah.
Like what if you need to
Yeah.
change something depending
Yeah.
on who's watching? Like it changes all the time. So I mean,
Yeah, those nuances. That's what live comedy is
Yeah.
playing off nuances.
I know.
I mean, if you're going into something and making like a scripted video where you have like you're gonna edit it a certain way, or
For
if
sure.
you're doing like video
it's different.
game live streams or something to that extent, like Twitch or something where you're
Dude.
doing something, but just sitting in front of a camera like this, like, hey everybody, this is what I fucking did today. I'm gonna fucking. I'd rather summon ghosts. But
I just got the greatest idea, and it's going to solve your problem right now for boredom and getting to flex the artistic muscle. You start a podcast, Casey.
Yeah.
And you call it some variant of like the Lurkin Durkin podcast or Durkin's
Uh-huh.
Lurkin.
I have Lurkin with Durkin is my
Perfect.
thing.
There you
Perfect,
go.
dude. That's the name of the podcast. The whole
Okay.
goal of the podcast, and you do it once a week, is your quest from start to finish of trying to find a suitable mate and have your baby.
That's my life right now. But like, how am I gonna do that when I
That's
can't
beautiful.
go around people, Irish?
They have to send in
The post-
tapes.
The Postmates.
So, I mean,
They
dude?
gotta
you're-
send in audition tapes.
Yeah, I mean you're playing a
That-
video game on
Oh.
like hard mode, but you know you'll manage.
like The Bachelor, but for
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. That's a good
Okay.
idea, man.
We could talk after this podcast.
Yeah, I like this.
That's Ani
No,
knows.
Ani's gonna
dude.
sell her feet pictures online, so
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna sell my eggs online, so you're not alone.
Tom, you had said something earlier that I wanted to not forget about too, like about the like human interaction and stuff like that
Mhm.
too. Not only just with comedy, but like even when we're talking about relationships too. Casey, you had mentioned that like you don't feel like online really does a whole lot. for
no,
you.
man.
It doesn't really do a lot for me either. And I know some people who have had immense like success and like whatever, sometimes it works for people, but I just feel like we're losing that like human interaction.
Yeah,
The more that we
definitely.
use that and the more we use online, and like it's great that now during like the quarantine we can do things online because that's the only way to keep like interaction, it
Mhm.
seems.
Before
But
we're getting into
I
it.
feel like it's gonna be so weird coming back like months later. Are people gonna be even worse about like I don't know, social intelligence or like human interaction, like how to talk to people? I don't
think
know.
so.
I hope
Yeah,
not.
we're gonna be retards.
It's gonna be a whole new world.
People are gonna be either retarded or they're gonna be like creepily like want to talk to you like,
Like,
hi, I've really been
You know what's
how's
fucked
everything
up?
going?
You know what's
Like,
fucked up? I
Fuck
and
off.
everybody who knows me, who has ever met me, knows this. I'm a hugger. Like if I meet you,
Yep,
I'm
me too.
hugging. It's
Same.
gonna be so weird because I'm gonna forget. 100% gonna forget and be like, oh my god, hi! And then
Yeah,
Dude.
we're all being
people
that
are gonna be like,
awkward.
oh my god, go away.
Dude, I
Fucking
saw my
hand
teacher
sanitizer.
at Stop and Shop the other day, and it took everything inside of me not to like hug my teacher from high school. I
my
was like,
God.
I haven't seen her
Oh.
for
oh
school.
man.
I can't do
I
that
would
shit.
have loved
man.
to see that too.
What are you gonna do?
God, I don't know. You know what I'm getting sick of, you guys, is guys asking for nudes or like just send me something. You know, I'm talking to some guys
I could never
now.
do that.
I'm so sick of it. You know what
It's creepy.
quarantine is just trying to look the same as the old pictures I sent to them from like 3 years ago because I'm like eating pasta. So I all I need to do is just look the same as the pictures I sent them
You
three
gotta
from 3
pull your
years
face
ago.
back.
You know?
Fucking-
That's just what quarantine is, looking at like the old pictures because I don't want to fucking do this. Put the makeup on, put the
I can't even go
lingerie on.
outside to take
Like,
new
can we just talk about the
pictures.
books you're reading or like something intelligent? Like going back to social intelligence. How about just
Yeah.
dating intelligence?
Yeah,
Talking
but
just
see, this
news
is,
are so fucking basic.
this is
You know?
it is the funny like difference between guys and girls though, because like as guys we really don't give a fuck about any of that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
You
we
don't.
really we don't
Yeah.
care at first at least. We don't care if you know how to read. We don't care if you like the exact same comics
We
as us.
adapt.
We don't
We
care
adapt.
if
Don't give a fuck.
XYZ doesn't matter. It's just we're just looking for fuck, and then
As
after
long as it
that-
works.
You just
Yeah.
looking for
If it
news?
works,
No, we're just looking
For
for
fuck.
fuck or fuck related things, and then after we fuck, then we decide in our brain if we want to hang out and see if there's more.
Yeah.
But you this
Well,
is,
how
this,
does that work now when we can't hang out?
I
Girls gotta roll the dice.
women just gotta roll the dice. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
it's a day.
Honestly.
Like
Yeah,
I get it,
that's
dudes
why-
like news, they're home, you know, they're home, they want it, but it's just like kind of just so basic at this
Gotta
point.
roll the dice.
Yeah, video jerk it. Chat.
Dude,
Zoom
I'm lucky
dates
I
are a
met
thing
someone
now,
before the
apparently.
whole thing. 'Cause I
You are
would be
really
alone.
lucky, Dom.
Dude,
And
I
she's
snuck
lucky.
in.
She's lucky.
Dude, we've been taking acid and tripping balls and fucking. Shout out Blue Chew.
Shout out fucking
Still
Blue
trying to
Chew.
get them as a sponsor.
Blue Chew, the unofficial sponsor of this podcast. But
Unofficial
we're trying.
sponsor of Kingz and fucking.
God bless. Blue Chews are incredible.
ST.
Wow, just magic.
What's the first thing you guys are gonna do when we get out of this? First thing you're gonna
no, I
do.
won't bring that up.
Oh man, what is the first thing I'm gonna do? I don't know.
Probably nothing different, honestly.
I mean,
I
You
thought
probably
we-
just
I
stay
thought-
home.
I honestly
Yeah.
get my own mic. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
my own microphone. As if I'm somebody to like
That's gonna be.
bring to
Wait,
mics.
what
Just needs a voice.
that's what it's gonna be. Is everyone's gonna have their own fucking mic?
Oh, what
and
do you
then
mean,
it's-
like your own physical
You're gonna have some douche.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
mic?
Yep.
Bring the mic.
Yep, and then you're gonna have
Such a
douchebags
douchebag
that
thing to
aren't
do,
just because
but-
this is the thing. Everyone isn't just gonna buy an SM58 and keep it simple like it should be, right? Like everyone's gonna fucking buy like goofy,
Nope.
different, fancy mics. Some assholes are gonna try and drop some money to look like they're fucking they know what they're doing, and they're gonna buy like condenser mics and just add to the equation because that's gonna need phantom power. Then they're gonna do a bunch of dumb like it's just gonna be, and then people I bet people are gonna start like bedazzling their mics and
Oh,
have like
fact.
I want a Snoop Dogg.
you're gonna
one that
have
says my
you're gonna have
name
a couple
across
of
the
fucking
fucking-
half of fruits with the little
Thing.
fucking mic holsters or some shit like that on their belt. Fuck off! I guarantee
do
it.
that,
Mark my
don't-
fucking words. I said it here.
Dude, I want a mic
Mic
holster
holster.
for like right here. Like I pull it out and fucking hey.
Hey,
Fucking so dumb.
Have you guys been
Oh,
writing a
dude,
lot?
you just gave me the best idea.
I wish I could say
I'll
I'm
be
writing
that
more than I
asshole.
am.
Yeah, I'm
But
writing when I think of
Yeah.
stuff, but I haven't really sat down to write because all I can think the only thing going on is Corona. I'm sitting in my house, so I just like have not.
Yeah.
done
That's a
anything
challenge because I'm trying to think of things that aren't related to Corona because I feel like everyone's gonna come out. And it's
Honestly,
just gonna
I'm
be
just
Yeah,
writing.
everyone.
Honestly,
Corona.
I'm just writing roast jokes for comics in the scene.
Yeah.
I'm literally just I have
Yeah.
a fucking a booklet of it. Just
Casey, do you remember the night that you were at that I seen you win the fucking battle royale there?
Yes,
Um,
I remember that night.
That
You came out to support
I-
me. I invited you, and you came out and supported. And
I witnessed firsthand people in the crowd hating, and they switched up their sets based on you and and two other people who went up and killed, and it was like it just goes to show that, like, you know, if you go up there and do we are gonna miss being able to do that once this is all
So
over,
much,
like
man.
go up and just fuck around, like.
Yep. Well, thanks, Dom.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I had somewhere I was going with that, but
Yeah, but
I
you were
forget.
there on my special night. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of that. You know that Brandon has COVID. The guy that put that on, he got it because his family is. I mean, this is
No
public
shit.
information. He's on Facebook. His one of his family members is a nurse, and they came home and they gave it to him,
oh,
and he
man.
has it now. I mean, not Brandon. Wait, Anthony. My bad.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Anthony
talking
Massa,
shit.
yeah.
Anthony, Anthony, he has it because he's one of his family members is a nurse. So
Holy
shout out
shit.
Anthony. We hope you're feeling better. Thanks for the opportunity. And he's doing okay. He said he's really achy right now. There's a lot of body aches. He just got it. Crazy, right?
This thing is wild, man.
Jesus.
Do you guys know
Dude,
anyone
how-
personally that has it?
Is that why my back's hurting?
Hope not. Oh God.
In Revere, a bunch of people died, but I've been staying out of Revere, man. A bunch of people died on the beach, but
What?
I didn't know.
On
Yeah.
the beach?
There's a place, an old folks' home on the beach in Revere
Oh,
that.
that was in Revere. I
The
saw that
Jack
on the news. I
Data
didn't
House.
realize it was in Revere. Wow.
Ugh,
No.
that sucks.
But so,
How's everybody
I mean,
making money?
How's everybody making? I'm not. I'm doing all.
We're not.
I work
You
remote.
guys
Yeah.
think it'd be essential?
I work remotely already, so nothing's really changed for me.
Really, you're so blessed. Do you
I
say
mean,
you work on computers?
I'm
Essentially.
Wow. I just wish I paid attention in those classes.
I
Like
play
everything
for
I
kids.
do, I was bartending before this. That's gone.
does.
You know, comedy, everything. Like anything that I do is around people. Hosting,
Yeah.
I was doing like hosting, you know, bar mitzvahs when you're like, hey, like we want to welcome, you know, and I'm a host, and you know,
You could
just
do.
Oh, yeah.
There's people.
I'm like a
doing
hype
shit
person at
now,
bar mitzvahs and sweet 16s. That's all gone. This is a huge month for that too.
There's
God.
there people are doing a big thing. We saw the other day. There's like a Airbnb's doing this thing now where people are doing virtual classes or like it's like an Airbnb experience but like virtually kind of thing. Like come for like a cocktail hour or like learn how to make this kind of thing. Like little
Yeah.
classes that people
Oh.
are charging money for. So like you could like do hostess shit.
Yeah.
I
or,
make
like,
shit
bartending
drinks,
on
so
that.
I'm just like, here you go.
Yeah, but
Like,
no
I'm
one's
like the
tasting it
worst
online.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't see it online.
It's
They
not
just
their
shit
fault
and
if they
drink.
fuck it up. Like,
Yeah. Like,
Like,
oh,
you
didn't
want a
make it
beer?
right.
Have
You
a
did
beer.
not make it right. I made it right. Mine tasted good.
yeah.
Do you guys think you're gonna try to work online? Like do something like I don't know, like a YouTube channel more, or like Ani, is there anything you can do on like you said Etsy?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be making more stuff and selling on Etsy. I mean that's a great medium. People are definitely
Dude,
buying
Ani's
more on there.
Etsy page is fucking bananas.
Thank
Dude.
you.
Really, I gotta check it out.
Dude, you gotta check it out. It's
Thank
no
you.
fucking joke.
I mean, that's not even honestly half of my stuff. Like, that's a lot of it is sort of like that stuff on there has been on there for a little bit. Sometimes I'll add new things, but like a lot of the times what happens with like art is that people are either looking for quote unquote something generic or something really customizable, like that they
Right.
want. So they'll just hit me up, and I do more custom stuff than I do anything else because it's just that's what people like. So.
That's great. I think people are trying to support artists now too. So maybe you'll see a surge in that. Have you been
I hope
noticing more
so.
people buying your stuff?
Yeah, actually.
Awesome.
Or like hitting
Yay.
me up about it because they're like sitting with their
You
four
need
walls, like, I need something here.
Oh, that's
or
great. Ani. I gotta
something.
check it
Yeah,
out.
which is really nice. But like we're doing a lot of stuff for, like we said, like with podcasting and stuff, and hopefully I have something
That's
in
gonna
the
be the
works
perfect
for
fucking
myself
focus.
too. So this is the time to work on it. But
That's brilliant. I mean, I'm
Last
so
Name
happy you guys
Podcast
have this all
Network.
set up too.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
this already in place before this. That's really
we're really lucky in
It's
that
huge
sense,
advantage.
too,
Yeah.
which is really good. But
Did anyone else have any other relationship history questions?
yeah.
Otherwise, I was gonna just start asking mentality questions. But Dom, did you have anything, or Ani?
Dom?
I was just gonna say, is there anything specific that you, Casey, have from the past that you want to like, fucking,
Yeah. Like,
you know, any date?
yeah. What about some of
good
your
or
like exes?
bad?
Like, what were some of the good and bad from it?
So I mean, you know what I was thinking the other day? I think God does send you your soulmate, and He can send me a couple, and I fucked them all up. I fucked them all up.
What happened?
You know,
Was it
through
like
my
a-
vices?
Was it like a
I was
pattern?
a wild animal. I mean, I was a beast in LA. I did all the cocaine in LA, all of it. There's none left. And I've learned. So I've
Yeah,
learned
that's
a
why I
lot.
love you,
I'm a completely different person now. I just wish that God would bless me by sending those ones back to me, and I'm in a better place now. Because I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine having better soulmates set in my life and me fucking it up more than I did. I had some really great guys. Shout out to those guys, please come back to me. I'm ready. So I hope I answered your question.
Is there one in general that like stood out more than any other?
Yeah, there is. I love him so much. I actually prayed for him to come back in the full moon. He was just the mixture of street and super intelligent. He's an author. He writes. He just makes me laugh. And he's someone I'd want to maybe with. He's old school too. So I fucked it up. Also, he's Italian, half Italian, so I was a little bit lippy and I did talk a lot. And I think that was a super turn off to him. So next time around, I just won't say anything.
Yeah, but you still want to be yourself, you know.
I
if that's
know, but a
part
lot of that
you.
came from drinking. I would talk a lot, So I'm in a good place now. I'm more spiritual. I don't mess around with drugs. A little bit of alcohol.
People change. People change over time.
I do. I changed a lot. I just feel like God gave me those soulmates, and hopefully He'll bless me with another one. Do you guys think that God gives you more than one, and it's up to you to
I hope, man.
make it or
Shit.
break
I
it?
feel like some of my friends are my soulmates.
think-
I
I
don't
think-
think it's necessarily always a romantic thing.
That's such a vaginal answer.
I know it is,
Shut
but
the
I don't
fuck
care.
up.
She asked me a fucking
That's so
question. I'm answering the
gross.
fucking question.
That's a bad answer.
I mean, like, for real though, because there are some people that like come into your life and that just like understand you
Dom, you're one
on
of my
like a
soulmate
friends.
legit like different
Dude,
level than other people. I feel like that about some of my like cousins too. I mean, maybe not soulmate, but like just like being very.
You trying to fuck your cousin?
No, not like soulmate in like a
fuck my
romantic way,
cousin.
obviously, but just like you have that understanding where you don't have to say anything and they get what you're thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm
Absolutely.
I think I'm lucky that I have a lot of, or I can count on one hand like friends that I feel that way about. But I think
agree.
She
soulmates
said
are a
soulmate,
thing.
not friends.
She asked me a
I can
question.
feel on
That's
one
how I'm
hand.
answering it.
Okay, and that was a great.
I agree, though. I
that was
have
a great
girlfriends that are
politician's
soulmates.
answer.
Like, some of my best friends are soulmates, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so in terms of what the question was actually implying, here's what I think. I think that the answer is different based on gender, because I think that like guys, we have a lot of options. I think the ratio of like women to men on the planet is like 5 to 1. Like y'all outnumber us for sure.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, I've got 5. I've got unfaithful guys 5. I've got gay guys 5. I've got disabled guys
That's
5.
not soulmate.
I've
That's
got-
pussy.
Right, but you're like, I don't really think there's such thing as a soulmate. I think that you just
Okay.
someone hangs out enough that you're like, cool, this person's.
I
You're
love
like,
you
this
now.
will work.
Yeah, well, they check the boxes, or most of them at least, that where you don't feel like it's compromising what you want to do or have to do. Because at the end of the day, like you know, to me, my happiness is paramount. If I'm having to sacrifice my happiness, I would be able to do this thing if you weren't here. So why should I repress that? Like, you should add to my life, not hinder it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Have you met that person yet?
I don't know. We'll see.
I
What
think-
about you?
guys-
We'll see how high up the mountain they climb.
What does
I
a
mean,
king look for? Like, what does a king want?
I think I've been soulmates are different, based on gender, because it's more who you connect with and people who can actually understand you and know you better than you know yourself, and people that can predict what you'll do or say, or just people that get you.
Yeah.
And like, if you're not gay, then I can't fuck my guy friends, and like, if they don't
mean, you
want to,
could.
you know what I mean?
You
If
could.
I
you
could.
wanted to.
I just don't. If I found
Promote
them
consent
fucking,
on this podcast.
it's all about consent, and like, I just really I'm straight, and I've had soulmates and lost soulmates and fucked it up, and I there's definitely more than one for every. There's statistically, there's no no such thing as perfect for anybody. So you can just meet different people that like get you on enough boxes, like you just said, it checked. You know what I mean? It all depends. Like, we're all fucking comics. You know what I mean? We all kind of fly in the same circle and around people that think and act the same way. Sometimes we're around and interact with people that are completely from the opposite end of the spectrum, literally, and are fucking vaginas, and it's just nightmares to deal with. But I mean, there's people out there for the thing is, just if you have somebody that makes you happy right now, live for the moment and be happy and hold on to it, because we're all gonna die. And do you want to fucking like suck as much love juice out of life as you possibly could, or do you want to fucking be at the pearly gates like, I wish I could have, I should have, I wish I did? But nah, fuck that. If you want to pull your dick out, ask first now. But if
I mean,
someone
Louis
is
C.K.
known
did
to
ask.
He
too.
did. He goddamn
Yeah,
did.
he asked to pull his dick out.
Yeah, Louis' advice now.
And also, it
according
was
to
his
new
motherfucking green
special-
room.
Yeah.
It was his green
Right.
room.
They
His
could've
green
left.
room,
If
They could've
any
left.
person, and I'll even be inclusive of the statement. If any person can't pull their dick out in their own green room, everyone can go fuck themselves.
Then who
I
can't
put
pull
my
their
dick
Whatever
dick
you
out?
identify as, you
Exactly.
should be able to pull your dick or pussy out in your own motherfucking green room.
Right.
That's how it
When
works.
I have my own green
color
room
is this?
one day for
This?
something,
Hell
it
yeah,
won't be
Iris.
comedy.
Just lips out.
I'm
flailing.
pulling my dick out, and if y'all don't like it, leave.
Leave.
It's gonna
Don't
be
come
very.
out 3 years later.
I'll give
and
you a
very
2-minute
hairy.
warning.
By the
I'm
way,
pulling my dick
by
out.
the way, I love that my one roommate that's home probably could just very vividly hear her screaming out.
I'm gonna pull.
I'm gonna pull my dick out, and if you don't like it, you can leave. Yep. Can confirm from the humping at the door he did in fact hear it.
Sorry, buddy.
It's the truth.
Oh no, I'm sure he quite
Story of my
enjoyed that.
life, man. Story of my life. Oh,
Story
man.
of Dom's
That
life.
out of context
Story of my
must have
life.
just been so tremendous. I hope neighbors heard that.
Yeah, me too.
I put my dick out at a funeral.
Elaborate.
He's told that story before.
You guys have heard
He's
that
told that
story
story a
ad
bunch of
nauseam.
times.
I don't
Oh,
think
you're
Casey
right.
has.
Now I remember.
Yeah.
You fucked.
I pulled my dick out at a
It's a lot of
funeral
time.
to try.
So here's the thing. It's very rare that we get a female on that just that isn't one of our hosts that just gets the mentality. So I was
Thanks,
just
guys.
I was
get
just
you.
I was just gonna
Wise.
run through like some of the old little fucking tried and true. This is usually the okay. I'll be honest. What this list truly is for me is it's the list of things I have that I go. If these are the things that will probably make a woman really disagree with our mentality. So if like
Let me hear.
So you're
I would
already-
also argue there were some men that we had on that.
there are some men on that disagreed too, but these are the ones where
Because they're pussies.
yeah, these are the ones where after a while,
They have
especially
vaginas.
if I know that they're like ones that are definitely hate this mentality and they aren't expressing it. I use this as a tool to try and start poking prodding it out of them.
Okay, try me.
All right, so
Because
you were
he's a
down.
cunt.
You were down for the king and queen system, which is tremendous.
Definitely, 100%. That's what I'm looking for.
Another tried and true one. This is one that we've talked about in many episodes. The man versus woman respect.
Okay.
So what that essentially that is there was an episode once where a guest argued you disrespected me as a man. And it was a female, and I said, well, I can't give you I can't give you the same respect that I can't the respect that I give a man I can't give the same to you. And they were like, what do you mean? And I go, okay, the respect that I give, like the difference between you and Dom, right? The respect I give Dom is that if Dom and I got into an argument and when we chose to take it there, him and I would get into a physical altercation and get into a violent fight.
Right.
I can't do that with you, so inherently I can't give the same respect that I give to Dom that I would give to you.
Understood. Definitely. And so then how do we establish that?
So it's that's the thing. There's still a respect there. It's just a different respect. The problem, most women hear that and they immediately go like, "Oh, so you think it's you like respect me less than you respect men?" And it's like, no. It's two different worlds of respect.
For instance,
Yeah.
I give my partner or my friends or somebody different respect than I would my parents.
100%. Yeah. Talk about different things.
Yeah. There are
Around
some
them.
things that I
Different levels.
personally
Different
like.
levels.
We have that's our relationship. That's how
Yeah.
it works. A lot of people have that relationship with their parents where it's just like these are certain things that are separate and whatever. But I feel like it's sometimes
You have different
Similar.
language you put out.
Absolutely.
You have
you
different
get
way you
different
dress.
relationships
Even
with
my
different people.
mannerisms are different.
Mhm.
Same with around a guy that's not my boyfriend, or for instance, a guy that has a girlfriend or a wife. My mannerisms, the way I dress, the way I speak,
the way I
probably
interact
different
with
than if
them
I'm
is
hanging with
completely different.
my male homies.
Yeah.
Definitely. So there's that same kind of thing I wish with me with other women or me with other guys if they're in a relationship versus if it's one of my homeboys that
Yeah.
is we're just fucking around that no one's gonna be offended.
Yeah, and a lot of the times what happens is Irish will make these really general umbrella statements, and it will be a shock factor, and everyone will disagree, and then we'll talk about it for a little bit, and then it makes sense to
'cause
everybody.
people need to understand.
go.
for some reason.
People need to understand this is fucking field research. I'm not just saying words. Like this is the
Right.
And it's not just your thoughts;
and-
it's a bunch of people's thoughts that we've
and-
put together.
Yep, and it's
In
research I've
order
done.
to
This
think
is
you have to
Right.
risk being offensive.
Well,
You
it goes,
can't know where the
back
line is
thousands
until
of
you
years
cross
of
it sometime.
hierarchies go back thousands of years, like between females. The way that females have a hierarchy is if you have children and you marry like the boss or the leader or the alpha, that's how their hierarchy is.
Yeah.
Is that they hire the they marry the alpha, and the girls want to be around the woman that marries the alpha and has babies with the alpha.
Yep. No, exactly.
That's just like science.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
now
the
it's all
female brain.
it's all different.
So
man.
we're just all in that kingdom.
Well, and then this is the thing too, right? Is like the second level of the respect thing is like when there's a lot of women that want that they want the respect that they want the man respect, but they want to be treated like a woman, which is like a very conflicting thing.
So conflicting with just your nature. That's a feminist, right? That's one of these
Not
typical feminists.
necessarily. Like what I argue this point a lot because like the Webster definition of a feminist and like what we really should be like thinking of when we say feminist is that just the equality between the sexes. So we talk about, like wage gap and all that stuff.
Right.
Not going to
but
beat
now
a dead
it's more
horse.
about
But
revenge.
But what we don't talk about is that. Hold on, now I just lost.
Yeah. Well, here
I'm with you, Ani. I'm with you.
my only problem with the equality thing is like, and I know on the surface level it sounds
Wait,
bad.
I remembered my thought. Sorry, I'm sorry. But then there are the typical like feminist definition that we think of now. I think that isn't one that I like to promote. Is like burning your bra, like blah blah blah. Like we're gonna be extreme. That's not what we're going for. Like we just want to be treated as we say, like as equals. Irish's point is I can't treat you like I do.
Well, we're not
man.
equals.
It's I just want to be treated with the same respect for the task that I'm doing.
Yes.
That's
100%.
Yes.
Feminism.
Well, and because
unless you're literally getting paid less or you're getting beat up, then you are getting treated equally. If a man isn't slapping you around off jump and being disrespectful to you,
but we talk
then you
about
are
this
getting
like
the
when
same
it also comes to
equality.
work and shit like that in your career and all of these things. And I think the
You
lines
get
get
paid
really
less than
blurred
guys at
between.
your job?
Yes. When I had a job.
But don't women
get
get
paid
paid
less
less because they
than
work less because of maternity leave, so their hours aren't there if they're trying to be a
Not
mother?
me. That's not like.
Well, that's not you.
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like a
Well,
lot of.
but this is the thing
people
though.
aren't in
The
that
other the other
situation.
problem with the equal thing, right, is that to create the equality that we have, right? Like guys are having to be submissive and come down. It's not women being the best that they can. It's not women coming up to where we're at. We're having to repress our manhood. We're having to repress our physicality, the violence, all things that are man traits. We're having to repress that to bring down and be equal. And this is the other thing too, is like women's equality is really like them trying to be like men. It's not women being the best that they can be, the best that what a woman can be.
Like
You see
would
like
argue
female
to rephrase
female
that.
CEOs, you see all these like high power women, they're mimicking what guys are doing. They're trying to be like bossy and angry.
But why
They're
is
like
that? The argument is that why is that even related to a gender?
because of nature.
Because of nature.
Because we're supposed to breed children and take care of the man and be there
But
for
that's not
caregivers.
how. Like if we want equality, that's not how we should be talking about it. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
Casey understands what I'm saying.
I totally get it. Going out
Well, of
screaming
course,
and
Casey
it's
speaks
doing
goofy
it the wrong
bitch
way.
too. You both speak goofy
Yeah.
bitch. Tom and I aren't flipping.
No, because you're not inherently as a man. Like you're saying, like there are these traits, like being abrasive or being violent or
I
being
got
this
you,
or
Ira.
that or whatever, and then you have to sort of edit yourself, is what you're saying.
Yeah, bring himself
in order
down.
for us to feel equal.
yes,
Which
isn't really equal.
Which isn't
But
popping us
then
in
this
the
is
mouth.
what
Is that
happens
you're trying to say?
when women now try to come up to that level and they talk a certain way or act a certain way. What happens is that then they're looked at completely different in a negative
because
way.
they're trying to be men and they're not
Yep.
men. They need to be boss bitches, but as women and what women are, not trying to mimic what a guy's
So
doing.
give me a good example of
Women are supposed to be nice and nurturing. They shouldn't be these fucking like mean boss bitches.
Give me an example of someone
I can give you an
Exactly, I
example.
totally
does a
agree
good
with that.
job
Listen.
as a woman,
Listen.
like in a CEO type position.
That's exactly what it
literally
is.
what I just
That's
said.
a
A
lesbian.
CEO type woman.
Yeah, give me
that's
a person that we can reference.
The girl's on the L word.
like a literal person.
Like a literal person.
She's
it-
a
Hillary
lesbian in a power
Clinton.
suit.
Hillary Clinton.
Exactly.
Okay.
Any
She is,
say
dude.
Whitney Cummings.
She's
any
a bloodthirsty fucking dude with big balls that fucking has a body count, and she's mad successful. She's kind of mannish. She has man qualities.
What are we talking
yeah.
about?
It's any woman
Hillary Clinton.
woman that's in a powered role that is behaving in a way that is how a man behaves, not how a woman behaves.
Exactly.
Yes, but who? I'm asking for an example of a woman who's in that power.
I have
It
literally
doesn't go well.
I've literally given
it
we've
doesn't go
literally
well.
given one example so far. You want me to just keep naming other
Yeah.
females? Literally pick any name. The Ocasio-Cortez lady. Whoever
And you think that
the lady
they're
that
good-
runs
Palin.
the lady that owns the printer company that ran for president a couple of years back or something.
So you
like,
think those are good examples
J.K.
of women
Rowling.
and men?
so you're just
Yes,
okay.
that's a good one, Dom. Yes.
J.K.
that's a good
Rowling.
one.
So yes, give me okay. since clearly I've given you 5 answers that aren't satisfactory to you,
No,
why don't you give me an example?
For examples.
I've given them to you, so why do you keep
Okay.
I've given like 100. I could go on for hours giving you examples.
Okay.
It's fucking
Margaret
goddamn
Thatcher.
pointless. The point is, I'm right. Just say that. Why do you keep? You want
Okay.
more examples? We
Right.
can just keep going for
I
hours.
said
It's
okay like
pointless.
3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, where are we at on
These are all
time?
great examples.
We are just over an hour now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. We've
I
been
can talk to you
blabbing
guys
away.
all day.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys want for what do you look for in a queen? If we're on the Kingz podcast, what is a queen? Your definition? I'd really love to know.
Let's see. I definitely don't like a chick that's timid. I don't like.
Okay.
I don't like that like timid or helpless shit. Like they've got to be able to. They've got to be able to like because
Handle
the thing.
themselves.
I'm not trying to move in with a chick right away either. Like they need to have their own. Even if they're hanging out and stuff, they need to still have their own fucking place just in case I go. I don't want to see your fucking face today. Go back to your place. So they've got to be able to respect
Right.
my time and my space, because this is the thing, right? And this is another principle I always talk about. My time is my pussy. Like how a woman feels about her vagina. If you equate how you feel about that, that's how a man feels about his time.
Wow,
and his pussy,
that's
or his time and
prolific.
his,
I like that.
Space.
That I get it.
Like that's how protective we are of that. So like when you start like getting up on us, you're moving in, we feel like you're breathing up on us. That's the equivalent of when you feel like a guy's trying to take your pussy. That's what we feel.
I get it. I never heard that context. That's perfect.
And like when I'm dating and stuff, or I'm talking to a chick, I let them like I have a 3-date rule, right? And what I mean by that is, by date 3, if I haven't gotten any pussy, the conversation is happening with what's going on. And it's something along the lines of, hey, listen, so I know I like you. I know I want to fuck you. I don't know if you want to fuck me, but figure it out because we're not going out on any more dates or excursions. I took you out on 3 dates. I took out 3 dates and gave you the equivalent of my pussy, and I didn't get anything. So that's 3 times you fucked me, and I got nothing. So we're not doing this anymore.
Brutal.
And this is the thing, guys have to be willing to take the loss. That's why this is why there are beta guys, because guys are afraid to take the loss. Guys, you have to go out there and think you're better than them. You have to, like, they ain't shit. Who cares if they say no? Whatever. Who cares? Life goes on. Who can give a shit?
And I say
Yeah,
take all 3
you gotta roll the dice. You gotta roll the dice, man.
Go
And
on
the thing
all
is,
3
you gotta
They'll
excursions.
probably want you when you say no. That's
And
the thing.
honestly, that's the
like that.
that's the final key of the equality thing too, is the we're better than you argument, because it's like up front, right? All we need from as a guy, all we need from a chick is up front for you to just be an object, essentially. But what you need from us is you need us to be at least halfway decent looking, ideally funny,
Have money,
charming, have
The
a little
biggest
money,
thing
be
is you
well
have to feel
spoken.
safe.
Whole
Like
bunch of
as a woman.
It's not just
Yeah.
safe.
But
It's a whole multitude of things.
Yes, but I'm saying it's one of the bigger things, because if you don't feel safe with the guy, you're not going
The
home
point
with
is,
them.
what
I was safe
we
with my
bring-
last guy, but we didn't it just wasn't. He didn't run deep enough. Like I just couldn't get conversations deep enough, as safe as I was, and that is so important.
Well, and
Yeah,
and
being able
that's
to
the thing.
connect.
It's like, we have to bring so much to the table that it's like what's required from us from you is like one tiny thing, and then we have to bring all this. So it's just, I tell guys, I go, think about it like that and go, well, fuck this, I'm better than them. I have to bring all this shit to the table. So if they say no, whatever, who gives a shit?
Yeah, because women will not even take a second look at you if you don't.
Women don't want to
meet
be with a
some
pussy
visual
motherfucker. You
criteria.
have to act like you're better than them.
Yeah, you
But
have
I will
to.
be with like a broke
bring something
motherfucker.
to
I
the
will be with an
table.
ugly motherfucker. I'm putting up with a lot if they have that character, like you were
Yes.
saying, like the respect, the
And
honor.
it's essentially
I
confidence is
can
what
see
I'm
through.
saying.
If you have those other
Yeah.
3 principles, then
Yep.
the other things for some people, most people,
It falls
like
into place.
myself,
Yeah, 'cause you believe in
people
it.
call up and
fall
say it
into
works,
place, and
man.
it'll be in. Yeah, it will work. I
It
can
works.
speak
It'll
from
work if the woman
experience.
believes they can make
It-
a life with them and be the woman behind the man and help him
It
make money
plays
and
to
be
their
a
nature.
nurturer.
We have
because
to
you know
play
what
to your
happens,
nature.
you end up that initial interaction, which sounds abrasive, which sounds harsh
Yes.
at first.
I tell this to guys all the time, and they go like,
brutal,
they
guys.
go, that doesn't work. That sounds
That's
awful. I
brutal.
go,
Why
Why would
I
you
know.
waste your time though?
But it's the truth. It's the truth. But not a lot of women are ready to hear that. And
Yes.
Yeah, but,
But
it's
the
the
truth
same
will set
thing
you
on-
free.
It's the same thing on
Hey,
women's
that's-
end. Like,
truth
why
is
would
number
you
one.
want a guy to waste your time? we complain about
you
that
want
as
a guy
women
that lies to you?
all the time.
Like
Right.
if a woman comes to me and she goes, "Do I look fat?" If I genuinely think she looks fat, yes. I'll tell her yes. And if I start getting fat, would you leave me? Yes, I would. Because I'm not attracted to you fat. I'm attracted to how you look now. If you start getting fat and you change from what it is that I'm attracted to, I mean, maybe I won't leave you, but I'm gonna need to fuck other people because you're not gonna be what I'm attracted to.
And you're a side bitch.
And you tell them that, and you kiss them on the cheek and you leave and you let them sit with that and think it over and you
And then I go to the gym.
And this is the thing, guys. Women have like four.
But if you say that to a woman and they're not like, I'm not getting fat, I'm confident. Because I take care of myself.
There's way too much confidence going down.
Then, like, as a woman, you're like, all right, it's fine. I don't need to worry about this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yep. And then they wonder what happens when they get cheated on. Now, the reason they get cheated on is they're with a guy that's not being honest. And
I was just gonna say that anytime that a guy is wasting your time as a female, you are not getting one of the principles delivered to you.
And guys also when guys get cheated on or have this shit happen all the time, I tell them be upset because it sucks, but at the same time, you should be happy if your girl cheats on you. You know why? Because she gives you back the most precious. She gives you back the most precious thing to you as a guy, your time.
All your time.
You can go give your time to someone who deserves your time.
And hey, you people are not like
Amen.
People are gonna get along differently. Like, you just gotta meet somebody who fits the same criteria as you. If you like sitting around and like just laying in bed for days on end and fucking and just getting up and piss and make money and keep the lights on, then that's what you want. If you want someone that likes to hike and eat granola and fucking spin around and to jump up and down on fucking protest day, then those people find each other too.
They do.
They do, but protest.
And the thing that sucks about now is that technology has not brought people closer together that are more alike, but it's also separated people more than ever. You know what I mean? Because you can look up people who are interested in talk like the same shit you do and go about it that way, but it's subjective, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna find them online.
Maybe once
it's
we
a
start your
mixture of both.
podcast, Casey.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. I like where you guys are going with this, like The Bachelor. But,
You really should.
Yeah.
I'll do it this way. Maybe
we'll
I
do a
can,
series.
Maybe we could do it on your show. I could do call-ins or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Hey, we have a
after
network.
this.
Maybe we could start on podcast.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I got the idea because I'm trying to think. I think it's Remy Casimir, but I can't. There's some female comic in New York that does a podcast, and she was talking. It was like an episode. She did like a bunch of episodes every week, and it was like she had never had an orgasm, and the whole thing was her journey figuring out how to make that happen, and then she finally had it and stuff like that. And it's there's 10 or 15 or 20. I can't remember.
Josh Potter did the same type of deal.
Yeah, and it's it could be a deal like that, but more long form, because obviously making a baby is a pretty lengthy process.
It's an ongoing thing.
But
or I'll just freeze my eggs and just wait till we can all leave our house again.
Yeah, right.
That too.
Well, why don't we wrap up there, Casey? Thank you so much for coming on the
thank
Kingz
you
Podcast.
so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, we'll have you back on again. Hopefully, this shit will all be wrapped up soon, and we can have you back on in person.
It was great speaking with all of you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I enjoyed this.
Yes, thank you
Dom,
so
thank you
much,
for filling in for
Casey.
Karizmatik. Guys,
love you guys.
We're here every fucking Sunday and Thursday. Check us out.
Yeah.
Cheers, Kingz.
Bye.
Love you guys. Boom.
Are we still here? Can I just take a screenshot? Wait, Ani, can you put the things on?
Yeah, hang on just one
I'm
second.
gonna take a screenshot.
Is it just down from live?